What if nothing you see is real anymore? Not just deepfakes, not just AI art. I'm talking about something older, something that began long before algorithms, something that rewired how we see the world. Because the truth is, we were manipulated long before machines could think. And it all started with the camera. Photography was once seen as truth. Unlike painting, it wasn't interpretive. It was documentary, real. But that was the first illusion. Every photo is a decision, a crop, a frame, a manipulation of light and absence. Plato warned us about this in his allegory of the cave. Chained prisoners, watching shadows on the wall, mistaking them for reality. Photography became our new shadows. A sliver of light we mistook for the full story. Before the camera, beauty was experienced, not broadcast. You judged it with your senses, your soul. Maybe it was someone's voice, the way they walked, the look in their eye when they saw you. But once the lens arrived, beauty became a spectacle, an object, a standard. Suddenly you weren't deciding what was beautiful. You were being told, and when that standard is repeated enough times, it becomes law. Susan Sontag warned us in On Photography. The camera doesn't just document, it aestheticizes. It turns suffering into content, war into wallpaper, and it trains us to see the world not as it is, but as an image worth capturing. You scroll past a photo of a war zone. You pause. Maybe you feel something, but you don't smell the blood. You don't hear the screaming. You don't live it. That's the illusion of photographic knowledge. You've seen it, so you think you know it, but you don't. Seeing is not knowing. Exposure is not understanding. And representation is not reality. Jean Baudrillard took it further. He said we've entered the age of simulation, where we no longer respond to real things, but to copies of copies. He called it hyper-reality. Photography wasn't just a medium, it was the gateway to a new kind of control. She's not beautiful, you think, but I'm supposed to believe she is, because her face is everywhere, because she's been lit, styled, and filtered into perfection, because the image isn't asking you, it's telling you. And the more you see it, the more you believe it. This is how power works now, not through force, but saturation, not through facts, but repetition. You don't believe something because it's true. You believe it because you've seen it 1,000 times. Before TikTok, before Instagram, before AI avatars, there were photos, and we built our identities around them. We stopped asking, what do I find beautiful? We started asking, how do I look? We stopped experiencing life. We started curating it. And now, just when we thought we understood the game, AI changed the rules. Because AI didn't invent this system. It just perfected it, where photography captured reality and Photoshop distorted it. AI now creates it. We've entered the final stage of Baudrillard's nightmare. The image doesn't just lie, it replaces the truth. Faces of people who never existed, voices of celebrities long dead, entire events conjured out of code, and we trust it. Why? Because it looks real, because it feels familiar, because we've already spent decades preparing to believe. This isn't editing, it's hallucination. We used to say, the camera never lies. Now the camera doesn't even need to exist. We're falling in love with illusions. AI girlfriends, AI influencers, AI therapists, people who don't exist, but who've been optimized to give you exactly what you want. Nietzsche warned us, when God dies, we create new idols. And now, we've built them out of data. We trust the algorithm more than our intuition. We follow its suggestions. We shape ourselves in its image. Nietzsche's Übermensch was supposed to be the creator of new values. But today's digital self is just a mirror, built to please, to perform, to conform. And if photography taught us to trust the image, AI is teaching us to doubt everything. Every video, every photo, every memory. It could be fake, it could be scripted, it could be generated. And if you can't trust what you see, can you trust yourself? Orwell warned us about surveillance, a future where Big Brother watches every move. But in our world, the danger isn't being watched. It's being simulated. You don't need to be controlled. You just need to be copied. Your face, your voice, your identity, all remixed, repackaged, monetized. This is not surveillance, it's duplication. And it's already here. Heidegger called this the forgetting of being. We've replaced lived experience with representation, depth with surface. Jung would say, we've become nothing but persona, a mask, a projection. And what we deny in ourselves, the chaos, the shadow, the real, will come back to devour us. So what now? Do we log off? Escape? Unplug from the system? No. We resist, not with silence, but with sight. We learn to see again, not just with our eyes, but with our memory, our body, our presence. Touch the ground, smell the air, feel your pulse, talk to someone face to face, not for the likes, not for the camera, just to be. Plato warned us about shadows on the wall. Baudrillard warned us that the copy would become God. Nietzsche warned us that meaning would collapse. Heidegger warned us we would forget how to dwell. Jung warned us that what we avoid becomes what we become. This isn't a technological crisis, it's a crisis of perception. So I'll ask you, what was the last image you trusted? And did it trust you back? Because in this new world, what you believe is your reality.